Hey, what's up you guys? David James here. I'm hanging out in my kitchen and I'm going to show you today how I make these super amazing crispy chicken thighs with an incredible roasted cauliflower puree. So here's everything you're going to need to make this dish. Obviously your protein, so I'm using chicken thighs. Any veggie you have lying around is a good side. So for me, I'm just using a little broccolini, had some of this left over. Whoops. An onion, mushrooms, garlic, a little bit of sour cream, butter, cauliflower for the cauliflower puree. And then if you have any fresh herbs lying around, amazing. I've got a little bit of thyme and sage that I'm going to use, but you don't have to use fresh, dry, whatever you have. We're going to deal with our cauliflower. I'm using a half head, and you're just going to use your knife and take out the core of the cauliflower, and then we're going to cut the rest up into little threads. And after that, guys, we're going to hit it with a little bit of salt. Well, a lot of salt. You know, we really want to season it pretty well. Fresh ground pepper. And olive oil. About tablespoon and a half. Mix this all up, put it on a baking sheet with aluminum foil, and then we're gonna roast these. Next up for the chicken breast, and we're actually gonna pat the skin really dry, and we do this so that we get nice crispy skin on the chicken, which tastes incredible. So we're doing that, patting them dry, and then we're gonna season both sides really liberally with salt and pepper. A lot of people under-season their meat, which is why it comes out bland. We really want to give this a generous coating of salt and pepper both sides. And then we're going to put the thighs in skin side down, and that's what you want to hear right there, that immediate sizzle. And we're going to fry these on this side until the skin is nice and perfect. All right, guys, we're going to check the skin here. Perfect, look at that, nice and golden. We're gonna flip all of these, and we're gonna get this pan into the oven at 375 to 400 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. All right, then we're gonna heat another pan, and to this we're gonna finish off our puree. So we're gonna add about half an onion. Then after the onion has sweat down a little bit, we're gonna add about one chopped up clove of garlic, give it a little stir. And we really don't want this to burn, we just want it to brown. So we're gonna add a little stick of butter, and then in with our herbs. So I picked some thyme leaves and a little bit of chopped basil. And when this onion and garlic looks like it's starting to finish off, take it off the heat. And I just took out the cauliflower, which if we look has got some really nice dark crusty bits. That's exactly what we want. That's going to give the puree a lot of nuttiness. So while this is still hot, we're going to combine it into a blender right away with a little bit of sour cream, about a tablespoon of sour cream, and about a cup of chicken stock, salt and pepper. We're just going to blend it up, pulse it up, and then we're going to have a great cauliflower puree. Puree here, we got the cauliflower in. I'm going to put in as much of this onion, garlic, herb, butter mixture as I can get. I'm going to save a little bit. It's starting to smell amazing. Oh my gosh, this is gonna look so good. Check this out. Look at that. That is so perfect. We're just gonna check the temperature of this really quick. Make sure we hit 165 degrees, which is what we want ideally. See all of this right in here. This is called fond. This is what the chicken left behind. It is the most flavorful part of the dish, so we want to use that. So we're gonna do a bit of a sauce. So we're gonna start out a little bit of onion right into the pan, a little bit of garlic. We're just gonna get some color on this and do what's called deglazing. So we're gonna add liquid to get the fond off the bottom of the pan. And we could use wine, we could use sherry, but because I'm Canadian and I love Canadian rye whiskey, I'm using some rye whiskey. Let's go. That's just getting everything off the bottom of the pan. We can scrape it up. Oh, come on, let's add a little bit more. Let's add a little more, there we go. Let that cook off. It's going to become nice and syrupy. And then we're going to hit it right away with about a half cup of chicken stock. And we're just going to let this simmer down to it's just a thick kind of syrupy sauce. All right, the sauce is thickening up nicely. It's almost there. So we're going to add just a little bit of lemon juice. Citrus lemon juice is honestly chicken's best friend. So we want to get a little lemon juice in there. We're going to take this off the heat, strain it, and then just pour it over our chicken right when we're serving. So I think we're all done. Let's guys, so now we're gonna plate this up, super easy. So we're gonna put a little dollop, a little more because it's so good, of this chunky cauliflower puree, this kind of rustic puree. That goes on there. We're then gonna put on 2 of our crispy chicken thighs. A little bit of broccolini, which I just sauteed in olive oil and lemon juice. Nothing crazy. And we're gonna grab our just incredible sauce. We're just gonna kind of just go over the chicken. It's not gonna ruin the crispiness of the chicken breast because the chicken is just so darn crispy. We're gonna go around the plate, and we're gonna top it off with just a couple of these mushrooms, just kind of thrown around. And there we have it, guys, the way I do crispy chicken thighs. Make it at home, enjoy, it's fantastic.
Around in one of my planes, parachute over the ocean, just to show you the splash it'd make. If I was a Hollywood actor and you were the one I was chasing after, I'd fast forward to the love scene faster. Wish that were the case, but it ain't, no. If I were you, I'd say goodbye to that